Good morning, students. It's me, Sudarshan sir. Today we are going to deal with GK. Okay. Today, what is the topic? Chapter 21. Gabriel Garcia Marquez. He is the guy. We are going to see about him today. Okay. Take a book and pencil and mark the important points which you feel necessary. Okay. Gabriel Garcia Marquez said, "From the moment I wrote Leaf Storm, I realized I wanted to be a writer, that nobody could stop me, and that the only thing left for me to do was to try to be the best writer in the world." He told these words. What he told while he wrote something called the Leaf Storm. First, he wrote something called Leaf Storm. After writing that book, he realized that he's a good writer. And then what is in his mind? He wanted to become the best writer of the whole world. Okay, this is what the wordings he told. Okay. Yes, he did it. He did what he said. He became one of the greatest writer of 20th century. As he told, he became the greatest writer of 20th century. He did what he said. Okay. Next, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, the same guy only, was called as Gabo. He was shortly called as Gabo. Was born on 6th March 1927. When? 6th March 1927. Okay, in Colombia. Okay. Soon after he born, his parents moved to another city. Due to change of his father's work, his parents moved to another city. But his parents alone moved, and they left Gabo, this Gabriel Garcia Marquez. He called us Gabo, right? Okay. They left the Gabo to their grandfather's house. Okay. He left Gabo to their grandparents' house. He lived with his grandfather and his grandmother for around 8 years. How many years? For around 8 years. Okay. He was highly influenced by the stories that his grandparents told him. He was highly influenced or attracted by the story what his grandparents told him. His grandfather had taken part in civil wars. His grandfather has took part in civil war. Okay, took part in civil wars, 18th. So he would tell him horrifying account of civil war. So his grandfather told him what are the things happened in civil war. What happened during civil war and what he faced in that. All those things he used to say to him. Who? To Gabriel. Okay. His grandmother's stories were full of ghosts and magic. Grandfather told about civil war stories, but what his grandmother done? His grandmother told full of ghosts and magic stories. Okay, ghost stories, and she used to say ghost and magic stories. Okay. His grandmother had good belief in the stories she told. His grandmother had a good belief. Even if she says the magic story and ghost stories, she will say in the way that she believed it. She believed everything. Okay. And he liked it a lot. And so Gabriel liked it a lot. As she tells in the way, it is so attractive, and Gabriel liked it a lot. As a result, he became a writer. As a result, Gabriel, after hearing all those stories, when he grows up, he became a writer. He used a literary style called magic realism. Since his grandmother believed believed whatever the story she says is really happening. Okay, since his grandmother believed that, he also had somewhat of mind towards it, and he liked the way she told. So what he did, he finally wrote. He became a writer and used to write book in the way of magic realism. He will write in that way, magic realism. Okay. Marquez studied law, but left that to become journalist. He studied law, but he finally became journalist because he liked journalism. Okay. He worked for several newspapers, and so it acts as a base for his writing career. Where did he work? He worked after, since he became journalist, he worked in several newspapers, like the Hindu, there are many newspapers of the olden times, right, in 19. So at that time, he worked for several newspaper and that acts as a base for his writing career. Okay, so there he gathered many knowledge for writing career. His first novel was Leaf Storm. His first novel was Leaf Storm. Okay, Leaf Storm. But he took 7 years to find a publisher for that. He wrote Leaf Storm, the novel, but he took 7 years to find a publisher for that. Okay, it was published in 1955. When it was published in 1955. Okay, that's it. As soon as it published, he got famous. Okay. In 1967, he published 100 Years of Solitude. In 1967, he published 100 Years of Solitude. This was his famous novel of all. He wrote many novels. In that, in 1967, he wrote something called 100 Years of Solitude. That became very famous of all his novels. Okay, novels and stories. Okay, he had always wanted to write a novel on his grandparents' house where he grew up. He always liked to write a novel based on his grandparents' house where in childhood he grew up. One day while driving his family on holiday, he drove his family out to holiday. The first line of 100 Years of Solitude came into his mind. The first line, the book's name, 100 Years of Solitude, came to his mind. He suddenly returned his car to his home and wrote continuously for 18 months. As soon as something struck into his mind, what is struck into mind? His first line or the story name. What is it? 100 Years of Solitude. As soon as it struck into his mind while he went outside, suddenly he returned to his home. With the whole family, he returned to his home and he wrote continuously for 18 months. Okay, and when the novel published, it became massive hit. And finally, when that novel published, it became a massive hit. Okay. Marquez' other famous novels are, not only he wrote this novel, he wrote many novels. Not only this is very famous, and few other novels are also famous. What are those? The Anthem of the Patriarch, the Autumn of the Patriarch, Love in the Time of Cholera, Chronicle of Death Foretold. He won several awards, including prestigious Neustadt International Prize for Literature, Neustadt International Prize for Literature, and the Nobel Prize of Literature. He won several awards, including the prestigious Neustadt International. Can you see that? Neustadt International Prize of Literature and the Nobel Prize of Literature. Finally, after all those, he passed away on 17 April 2014. Okay, students, this is the story of Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Okay, that's all. Now move to the next unit. Great scientists. Okay, given below are the picture of some scientists who made revolutionary discoveries and invention. Can you identify them with the help of clues given below? Okay. Here the clue is given. You want to find what is the name of the scientist. First one. Born in England, he discovered that the heart acts like a pump. The heart acts like a pump, circulating blood to every part of the body. He is the one who discovered that. What is his name? Option F. William Harvey. Okay. He found that. William Harvey. William Harvey is the scientist who found heart act as a pump, circulating the blood all over the body. Okay, write F here and refer down. F means William Harvey. Okay. Next, second one. Born in Netherlands, he developed a high quality microscope. He developed a high quality microscope lens and was the first to observe microorganism. He developed a microscope, high quality microscope, and he was the first to observe the microorganism. What is his name? Option C, Antony van Leeuwenhoek. Antony van Leeuwenhoek. Okay. Third one. Born in England, he discovered the laws of gravitation and laws of motion. Born in England, he discovered the laws of gravitation and laws of motion. What is his name? Option D, Sir Isaac Newton. Okay. Born in France, he is famous for his discovery of the role oxygen plays in combustion. Okay, he is famous for his discovery of the role oxygen plays in combustion. Okay, option B. What is his name? Option B, Antony Lavoisier. Antony Lavoisier. Okay. Fifth one. Born in Bengal Presidency of British India. Born in Bengal Presidency of British India, now Bangladesh. He discovered that plants have life by observing their response to stimuli. Okay, what is his name? Option A, Jagadish Chandra Bose. Okay, Jagadish Chandra Bose. Last one. Born in Poland, she discovered radium and won the Nobel Prize for physics and chemistry. Option E, Marie Curie. Okay, students, that's all, students. By next class we'll see the next chapter. Okay, the homework is just take a photo and send what you have written. Okay, students, take care. Bye, have a nice day.